guys, welcome back to another video. I just hit myself in the face, or your first video, I don't know, but welcome regardless. And this video is going to be my July 2021 book haul and book unhaul, because I didn't unhaul many books, so it would have been like a 2-second video. So I'll do that first. This is the only book I'm unhauling. I haven't read this yet, I do intend to. However, one of the books that I found was the cover of this book that I really like and really prefer. So I will be passing this one on, and that's going to lead really nicely into the books that I bought. So I bought Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I just love this version of it. I love the colour scheme, I love the artwork, and I mean, this is a nice cover, but it's very, very simplistic. I also haven't seen this version of it anywhere. I wonder whether or not someone got like the black and white version and like actually coloured this in, which is good on them, but just like I much prefer this, so now I have that. And I got that for like 99p at the charity shop. So the next 3 books are all, again, books I did buy from the charity shop for 99p, 1.99, something like that. Oh no, this one wasn't from the charity shop. I got Binge by Tyler Oakley, which I've just been curious about reading, and it's not super high on my priority list, I'll be honest, but I saw this at the sale section in Waterstones because of the fact that it's just been there quite a long time, so it's been super knocked about, the back cover's bent, so I'll be interested to getting to this one eventually, but the fact that it was £1 was what really sold me on it, to be honest. The next one is a non-fiction called Love Wins, the lovers and lawyers who fought the landmark case for marriage equality. And I'm just really interested in queer history, in LGBT history, and I think this will be a really good read. Well, I hope so. I haven't heard anything about the author, but hopefully it's good. And the next one I got is Double Cross by Malorie Blackman. Now, I think I'm probably the last person in the universe to read this series. I still haven't read the Noughts and Crosses series, and this has been the first time there's been a cover redesign where I really, really like the new covers. I've never really liked the covers before. It's probably what, not put me off picking them up, but like, I didn't go out of my way to pick them up because I was like, they don't look that nice. But I really do like this version. This one is rather damaged. It's got a crack all down the front near the spine, and it's just sort of, I mean, it's perfectly readable, it's just got a little bit of damage on it. But I will be trying to collect the whole series in this newer sort of black and colour edition, because I really think they're beautiful. The next one is a gift from my dad, and it is Sweet Sweet Revenge Limited. We both really enjoy Jonasson's work, and as he reads and then finishes his books, then my dad passes them on to me. To be honest, I don't really look up much about the plots because of the fact that they just are so random and ridiculous sometimes. So I'm pretty much just going to go into this one completely blind because of the fact that his books are always a good time. And the last full novel that I acquired this month was One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This was part of the Unplugged book box, sort of special edition box, where every item was centred around this particular book. I have filmed and will be posting a full unboxing of that on my channel, so do stick around to find out a bunch of really, really cool merchandise and companies that worked with Casey McQuiston and Unplugged to put together a really, really good quality box. I would really recommend Unplugged book box. Their sort of special edition boxes that are all centred around one particular release. So yeah, and I really, really can't wait to read this. I've been putting it off until I got a physical copy, and I have a physical copy, and I'm so happy. So the last 4 books that I bought over the month are all plays. So essentially these are all plays that I managed to see when the West End reopened, which I'm really, really excited about. 2 of these I have read, 2 of them I plan to read very, very soon. So we've got My Night with Reg by Kevin Elyot. This is really, really fantastic. If you've ever been like in a somewhat large group of gay friends, this is, I mean, I probably have had so many conversations that I could lift out of my head and put into here. And I would say that I really identified with the main character. I think he was very similar to me and the role that I play in my friendships. Don't know what that says about me, but there we go. And I really related to this, and it was very excellently performed. If you have a chance to go see this, I would highly recommend. The next one I've got here is Constellations by Nick Payne. And this cover looks a lot like the set design of the actual show. It's very simplistic with a lot of balloons. This is a bit of a difficult plot to summarise, but here we go. I haven't read this one, by the way. I've seen it and I plan to read it very soon. But it's essentially about assuming there are indeed parallel universes, and that every time you make a decision, every possible decision you could have made at that point branches off into a new parallel universe. It basically follows two people and their relationship throughout a lot of these parallel universes. And to be honest, I mean, I think this could come off as very repetitive if you don't have two excellent actors playing this. And I do think that in terms of seeing it staged, it does just look like a masterclass of character building, because of the fact that they have to create all these different people who they would have become had they made different choices in their lives, and also make the audience aware of what timeline we were on as soon as just like a flash of light comes on and we know that we've changed timelines. So this was great. I mean, I highly recommend the play in general, but I hope to read this very soon and also be able to recommend it a lot. I just realised that the next one is not one that I've actually seen, but one I did buy this month. It's called Overflow by Travis Alabanza. Excuse me about the seagulls, they are very annoying. So this I bought from Gaze the Word, which is an LGBT bookshop in London, which is one of my favourite bookshops ever. But I always try and buy something from there just to support them whenever I'm around, and I dropped off a bunch of books for donation. And I'm always trying to pick up new plays. I want to learn about new authors, so I picked up this knowing absolutely nothing about it. I literally just picked the first one I saw, and I really loved this. It's about a trans woman, and she has run into the bathroom after escaping being attacked by some transphobic assholes, and it's basically just one monologue. Like, it's not that long. I would love to see it staged, but she's basically talking about her experiences in bathrooms. I don't think I'm explaining this very well, but it's very clever, so do check it out. And the last book that I bought this month is Anna X by Joseph Charlton. So we have the two actors here from the West End production of this, and I think I bought this maybe on its release day because I bought it from the actual theatre. Side note, I really love the fact that theatres are starting to stock the scripts for the shows they're producing, as well as the programmes, because of the fact that sometimes when you miss a joke or you miss a line, you have no way of actually finding out what they were even saying, and it may have been something quite important to the plot. Whereas when you can go back and read it, one, you have their production in your head to sort of visualise it, so it's a more interesting play reading experience. But two, they get people to buy their plays, because not many people are going to go out of their way to look for the play script of a show they've seen. But anyway, this is about, how do I describe this plot as well? This was one that I'd seen advertised so much over the past couple of weeks, but I hadn't heard anyone describe the plot. It's essentially about two young people who are living in New York, and both of them have kind of made a life for themselves online, and that life online may not reflect the truth, and it's about them colliding and being very destructive for one another. But it's a really fascinating character study. I love it when women are allowed to be angry and opinionated, and I think that if you love books like this, I think you'd really enjoy this. And also, if you have a chance to see it, I really enjoyed it. It was very good. So there you have it. These are all the books I bought / am getting rid of this month. What's something that you bought this month? I'd love to know. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!